Hello, hello, this is Merrell with merrellpaladin. This is going to be the first video in an installment that I would like to call slash who. Basically what it is, it's a slash who command, like in WoW. Ha ha ha, funny funny, it's a play on that. But essentially it's I'm interviewing people. I'm going to check out your, PvP background. If you're a PvE hero, I'm going to learn how you raid, your rotations, your talents, your glyphs, your gems. And I thought it would be fitting if I started with myself. And how I'd like to break it down is like your PvP experience, your talents, glyphs, gems, etc. So let's get started. My name is Merrell, or my toon's name is Merrell. My name is Andrew, and I play a Holy Paladin with the composition Hunter Paladin DK. I really enjoy it. It has really good switches. My experience in WoW PvP and PvE, I've done some Fireland heroics, but I'm not too big into PvE. I really enjoy the PvP aspect of this game. Not so much battlegrounds, but I do enjoy raideds. But I really enjoy arenas, 2s, 3s, and 5s. And I think the reason for that being is I have a background in professional Warcraft 3 Frozen Throne. I was sponsored by a team called Revolution Sports. We traveled, did matches. I played a race called Night Elf, so I think that's why I'm an Alliance fanboy. I know all you Horde haters out there, but that's quite alright. I'm a space goat. But back on track here. I've been playing WoW since probably beta. Gladiator, my highest, I think, beginning of Season 9, which was Cataclysm, I healed Dissections and Proclaimer's Beastcleave. I know, Beastcleave, right? But I'm a Holy Paladin, give me something here. And I probably healed that up before the MMR was fixed. I think our MMR was 3.3k, and then after the MMR fix, I think our MMR was around 2.85. Team rating was somewhere close around there. So that's my experience. The spec that I'm playing is Holy, and let's go over my spec real quick while we're chatting about it. This is what I am. I am 31, 2, and 8, and this talent spec that I've chosen is what I like to call an enable spec. This spec enables my teammates to go hard, essentially. They can take a few hits, extra hits that is. And the reason being is because of this talent right here, Rule of Law. Increase the critical effect chance of your Crusader Strike, Hammer of the Righteous, and Word of Glory by 15%. Now if you do the math, that 15% plus your innate crit, which is almost 16%, that makes it 31, which is pretty nice for Word of Glory. A 1 in 3 chance, or 33% chance, almost 33% chance to have a crit with Word of Glory. And with 3 stacks of Holy Power, there's a really good chance that you're going to get like a 44k with an instant. And then you take this talent, which gives your Word of Glory 60% chance, increased critical chance when used on targets with 35% less health. That plus that talent and your innate crit brings us to 91% chance to crit with Word of Glory on low target heals. And I really like that because with PhD you can toss all your CCs on a healer, but that usually gives 1 DPS a chance to CC. And with how damage is now with Cataclysm and how we're a little bit under geared, I find myself getting caught in CC trains. So when I do pop out, really jamming my Word of Glory button to get that heal crit. And so far it's been really effective. I used to run the Improved Hammer of Justice, reduces the cooldown of that CC by 20 seconds. So instead of a minute, it's 40 seconds. I really do enjoy that. I'd run that in 2s. But in 3s, I don't enjoy putting myself in a situation where I have to hodge every 40 seconds because it's usually not there. My personal playstyle is I like to sit back, bomb heals, judge to get that mana back, stay really mana efficient, and allow my teammates to just go hard. And that's what I feel this spec does. I see a lot of people that run this, run Divinity, which is just stronger heals all around. I even see this, Pursuit of Justice, which will allow you to get Holy Power real quick, which is used in Word of Glory, which is a nice heal. And then Guardian, I've seen people run Guardian's Favor, but in my personal opinion, I think it's just a waste of 2 talent points because as soon as you freedom someone, it's just going to get dispelled. and it makes me rage, so I don't put any points in there. How I gem, personally, is I run a lot of intellect. The main reason being I am running, again, Paladin Hunter DK, and I feel that this comp allows for you to get hit up a little bit. So say they switch to the Paladin, Paladin Hunter DK, or the CCs between the Hunter and the DK are ridiculous. Plus they're mostly on different DRs and they're almost all instant. So if they do switch to you, if your teammates are good, which mine are, they'll be able to peel them off you. So you can afford to lose that extra resilience to go for the extra spell power and intellect to bomb those heals. As far as reforging goes, for the most part I reforge any extra crit into haste and any haste into crit. So say the gear has haste on it, I'll take that haste and turn it into crit. Say it has crit on it, I'll take that crit, turn it into haste. Say it has spirit on it, I'll more than likely just leave it. I really enjoy the well-rounded aspect of my stats. I like being able to cast fast. I love being able to have those very strong Word of Glory crits, and I like to have those Holy Shock crits for Infusion of Light to get those heal bombs off. The glyphs I use, let's take a look at the glyphs here. These are the glyphs I use, and I feel they work the best for me. I use Holy Shock because increase the critical strike chance of Holy Shock by 5%, plus your innate. That's really nice. I run Glyph of Seal of Insight, which just overall increases my healing output. I also run Glyph of Word of Glory, which is this is just a no-brainer. Any Holy Paladin will run this, and you need to run this if you don't. As far as minor glyphs, or major glyphs, excuse me, I feel that Turn Evil, Beacon of Light, and Glyph of Cleansing are all a must, especially for PvP. Minor glyphs don't really matter, but Blessing of Might, Kings, and Justice. So I can try and cast Freedom on my DK and protect it with Blessing of Kings so it doesn't get spell stolen. Whoops, a little bit of lag there. Let's go over the macros that I'm using. The macros that I run are pretty easy, actually. Let me type in /macro here. Macro. The ones that I use all the time are Plea, right here. Show tooltip Divine Plea, cancel or Divine Plea, cast Divine Plea. What this allows me to do is I can cast it. Let me show you here. Use some of my mana. Boom, I cast it. Okay, up here, you see it. Now I can hit that same button and I can cancel it. Pretty simple stop cancel aura macro, but it's extremely useful when I need a couple ticks of mana. I also run these right here. Essentially I just bound Blessing of Kings and Blessing of Might to F1 and F2 to try and protect my Blessing of Freedom. That's essentially how that works. Now as far as my keybinds down here, I do not use WASD. I thought it was weird. I use ESDF. So if you look at your keyboard, okay, and you're going to type someone a message, that's where I like my fingers at. I think that allows me to open up more keys than you would WASD. I mean, if you put your hands in that position, you have your pinky that can hit across, you know, 1 Q A Z T G V with your index finger, and you know all the Shift 2, Alt 2, Control. It's really easy for me, so that way I can keep my left hand in a static position, jam all these different keys. I mean, I know where everything's at just because, you know, I've been playing for a while, and I can keep my teammates up that way. I feel that's pretty important that you know where all your keybinds is. If you are clicking your keys, I really think you need to learn how to bind them to your fingers and memorize where they're at. But essentially, that's the end of the video. Just figured I'd do mine first. And I thought it was cool because on the day that I decided to do this video, somebody finished the legendary staff, and if you didn't know that this is what happened, this is what happens when you finish the legendary staff. Stormwind gets flooded with drakes, and let me turn off my interface here. Zoom in, bada bing. That's the person who got the staff right there. So Congrats to that dude. But stay tuned for more videos. There's going to be more interviews coming up. I have US top feral. I got a PvE guild leader who's going to explain how he does his fights. I think there's just going to be really great information coming up. So stay tuned, subscribe, upvote the videos, and I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you later.